The recurring high spate of insecurity in the country in recent times is rather becoming worrisome. This is as recently the lives of 2 serving brigadier generals, a retired air vice marshal, and other soldiers, as well as about 61 civilians were lost. Speaking on the loss of soldiers while fighting terrorists, a security expert, Professor Isaac Albert, said it is to be expected, although it is a sad occurrence.
Nigeria is facing what is called asymmetric warfare. Asymmetric warfare is is an abnormal form of warfare, of which you are fighting your fellow civilians, you are fighting your fellow citizens. It's different from conventional warfare in which you are fighting, external enemies. So, asymmetric warfare all over the world is very tricky. It is very deadly. Now that we are losing our soldiers and that we are losing our generals, should not be considered as something that is totally strange. It is to be expected. The only thing that one would just advocate is for the military to be more careful in handling the conflict situation. But to us, it's a very sad commentary, because these people killing our soldiers are fellow Nigerians. And when the country dissolves, all of us will dissolve as citizens of this country.
In his opinion, Professor Albert said the way out of the security crisis is community engagement.
I think what one will advocate at this moment is what is called community engagement. The communities where these problems are taking place need to be more active and supportive of the military operations. A few months ago, the former Chief of Army Staff, General Buratai, said the communities are not supporting the military operations. And I think this is why we are suffering losses every day.
Also speaking, another security expert, Martins Omobude, said the trend shows that there is a systemic error, well politicized and not devoid of corrupt practices.
The security architecture of Nigeria is also political, and that's one of the problems we're having. And this is because of corruption, and corruption is a manifestation of corruption. Now, not that the government, quote and unquote government, or the people who are placed in position of authority to manage some of these situations are not supposed to be reimbursed, or there are no budgets for some of these projects, security projects specifically. But you find out that this money that are budgeted for the security issues ends up in the hand of some few individuals. You see where the people, the insurgents, the Boko Haram, NEDNEM, the ISIS and all of those people, they have better machinery and equipment to combat our own soldiers. The government is also a conspirator and a collaborator to some of this ineptitude on their own part. So you see a systemic error that have not been addressed over a time.
While speaking on the effectiveness of the Amotekun outfit in Oyo State, Omobude said in light of the prevailing challenges, the Amotekun outfit requires adequate support as well as a peaceful collaboration between the Amotekun security outfit and other security outfits.
Challenges of the federal government security would definitely rub off of the local security, which is the Amotekun. Now, if you look at the structure and the operations of the Amotekun, they are to rescue crime, report to the police for prosecution. They can't do it alone. Now, if the people they are to report to after rescuing certain crimes also have their own problems which have lingered over the years, you see there's a problem. Well-funded is another factor. One, there should be equipment for them. Two, there should be training. Three, there should be retraining for these people. Until then, we'll still have some of these hiccups.
It is noteworthy to state that it is the responsibility of any government to tackle insecurity, fight corruption, and as well improve the economy. Ayodele Fakeye, ITV News.